Hello and welcome back to episode 3 of North versus South.
North versus South. Episode 3 already. How do we get to 3?
Well, we've obviously got a lot to talk about because I actually can't see an end to this. That's the thing. Because you and I have got so many conversations to be had, and you know, this is despite the ones that we've already previously had. You know, just off podcast.
So,
yeah. And by the way, when I say North versus South, I'm still saying it like a Londoner because I'm in London again, mate.
God, you're never going to get home.
I feel like it's become my second home. So yeah, I'm quite settled. No more way
Don't
around.
get too settled. Don't get too settled. You've been missing your sea view.
Oh, I do miss the sea view, the fresh air.
Yeah, you don't get that in London, do you?
You don't know, but you get some parks that got a little bit of greenery, some trees that grow up, a few shrubs, some interesting wildlife.
Yeah, that's just the locals. Sorry if you're not from London. I do have a lot of London friends. I do love you all, genuinely.
Yeah, we do love
So this week, we are going to carry on with a bit of a food topic. So we did mushy peas last week because it's typically northern, from north. So we thought we'd tackle a southern cuisine this week.
Yes, this is it.
Which is that of clotted cream.
Clotted, delicious, bleeding, lovely cream.
Yeah.
So it comes in the lovely tubs like that for one, or like that for a family size.
I mean, you do go family size every day a week, even just for one.
Yeah. Well, yeah. It's the only way that I'd eat a mince pie, to be fair. So mince pie, take the lid off, get the clotted cream, dollop it in there, put the lid back on. Then I will enjoy it.
Oh,
Give
that's
me a mince pie straight up. Not interested. No, thank you.
Oh, I've never tried that before.
Right.
That's going straight on my Christmas list.
Good. Put it on your Excel spreadsheet.
It's like a big whiteboard that's got one with dip shitty on it still. We'll talk about them another week.
We will indeed.
So typically, you put them on scones, don't you? With a bit of jam.
Here we go.
But here's the controversy. Now, I'm not from the down south, they're down south, so I don't know. I can never remember which way around it is. But you either go cream and then jam on the top, or you go jam and then cream on the top.
Yeah.
So there's one Devon and one Somerset.
One's Devon and one's Cornish.
Cornish, that's it.
So cream on the top, that's Cornish.
Okay.
Jam on the top, that's Devon. And the two will always argue who's got it right.
Okay, so which one are you?
Cornish. Even though I'm a Devon bird, I am Cornish all the way. Now, the reason why, it's a bit like the mince pie where, you know, I use the clotted cream to disguise the flavour of the mince pie.
Yeah.
So jam, it's okay, a bit sweet for me. So if I have the clotted cream on top, which is a huge dollop of clotted cream, then that hides the sweetness of the jam and I enjoy it more. And oof, that cream in the mouth, delicious.
See, now I'm the other way around. I have to put cream, because I put like a layer of clotted cream about the same thickness as a scone. And then just a teeny bit of jam. Just kind of like, just chuck it on. But I'm all about, I'm quite happy just not have jam on it, to be fair. Just cream. Scone cream.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That suits everyone then, doesn't it?
It does.
I can't eat that horrible, crusty shit on the top.
Okay. When I was growing up, I would get the teaspoon, scrape it out the way, get down to the lush stuff.
Yes. Yes.
Now I'm a bit older, eating a few mud pies. Just go straight in with a teaspoon, have the crusty stuff. Oh, yeah.
Oh, God, no.
Finger, get the teaspoon, clean it off.
If we have one, I give the crusty stuff to Neil, which now, if you listen to it on a podcast, it sounds all kinds of weird. If you just come in that point and you hear me talking about giving Neil crusty stuff, rewind. Please. So
Because
he's the same as
Neil
you.
loves it.
He has the jam on the bottom and the cream on the top,
Oh,
but
yeah.
he will have all the crusty stuff as well. And I'm just like, absolutely not.
I wonder how cream made it up north.
I don't know, but I've got a funny story actually about clotted cream, and it came to me about an hour ago, and I was thinking about it. So I used to work in doing mining claims. You know, when they had the COPD and all that sort of stuff. And there was a massive worldwide, UK-wide thing where if you worked in a mine, you put your claim into the government and you got a payout. So I used to take all the claims from people, and then I moved when did the initial claim and we'd finished all that. I then went into claims pack. So you'd ring people up that sent the claims pack back after you've vetted it, and there's a few questions missing, so you have to ring them up and get them to go through the questions on the phone. And somebody I worked with, and it did scar me with clotted cream a little bit because they said they rang somebody up and they said one of the questions is, have you got a regular, a constant cough? And this guy apparently responded, "Oh yeah, I cough all the time. It's like I cough clotted cream."
Oh, that's not a nice image, is it?
No,
No.
that's I was like, "Oh, I'm not quite sure I can do this." Then I got past it. It's fine. Who says that? Who likens their?
Well, the good news is clotted cream is not yellow, as in phlegm.
Yes.
Clotted cream is
And
usually of a
sticky.
white colour. Yeah, no, that does scar me a little bit, but it's okay. I can get over it. Have you ever
It's not
tried this
nice.
though?
Huh?
Have you ever tried ice cream with clotted cream?
No.
So it's a thing. So whenever I go into Cornwall, I don't usually like to have ice cream because to me it's cold. So cold. Put clotted cream on the top. It almost acts as a barrier. So therefore you can eat it without like your teeth going crazy because of the cold sensation or numbing your mouth.
Oh, okay.
That's
So
delicious.
I'm learning all the time. It seems to me like clotted cream something you can just almost dip anything in. Chocolate bar, dip it in, eat it. Why not?
Oh, here's the thing. Jam donut. Now I'm a strawberry jam donut fan.
Okay, yeah.
Cut it open, get the
Yeah.
clotted cream, dollop it in the middle with the jam, put it back together, put it in the microwave for about 20 seconds,
Okay.
and then it's warm gooiness, deliciousness, clotted cream enhanced.
There's a bit of a theme with you here about cutting things open and chucking your slotted cream in it.
Clotted cream, get it in, everything tastes better. I wouldn't put it on my pasty though. No, that's just no.
No, but then you wouldn't eat your pasty stuff anyway, only pastry. I'm not quite sure clotted cream and pastry are a thing.
We've not tried it.
This is true.
Maybe that's something we should do later.
We can involve it into the kitchen and do taste testers.
Yes.
See who bombs first.
Oh my god! So you're a fan of clotted cream?
Yes, huge fan.
Brilliant.
Apart from the crusty, but yeah, I can.
Yeah,
I can quite happily sit with a spoon and just eat it out of the pot.
Yeah.
Do you remember when you were younger? Do you remember when you had the milkman? You didn't used to go to the supermarket for your milk. You'd wait for your milkman in the morning, and you'd have 2 pints on the doorstep.
Yeah.
So if we ever had a gold top one, which you could see like your top layer of cream on the top of the milk, it was always a fight. Depending on who got it first, they'd shake it up and be like, "No, don't waste it." But if you got it first, you'd pop your little foil top, which would then get cream on, and you'd lick it off when no one's looking, and then put it back on, obviously. But then you'd like dip your finger in.
That's if the blue tits didn't like nibble their way into the cream first off. Did you ever have that?
Now I got there before the tits did.
Use the expression.
Yum.
Yeah.
Yum. Yum, yum.
Well, that was.
So talking
I'm
of,
not sure. Did we have semi-skimmed back in those days?
I don't actually know, to be fair.
I think it was just full fat.
Wasn't that the green top, the semi-skimmed, and then the red top was skimmed?
Maybe sort of like in the 80s. I'm not sure if that was in the 70s.
Yeah, I'm more of an 80s bird.
That's what you remember.
I'm just a baby.
I'm
This
just a
this
baby.
I'm just a baby. This next
Yeah.
subject will determine where we sit.
Oh yes. Yeah, yeah.
So talking about
Okay.
when about things when we were younger,
Yeah.
who was your first number one pin-up that you would have on your wall? Would it be
Ooh,
a pop star
first number
or
one. Okay, so this is going back quite a way. First number one, I think I'm just gonna go Alvin Stardust.
wow?
Wow. Pop star Alvin Stardust. That would have been right back in the day. Now, who was it that was similar to him and not as bad?
At least you recognise now the level of quality.
There is a level of quality. So that's where I
Yeah,
started. Oh, the bar was set quite low.
the only way is up.
The only way was up.
So did you
Um,
have posters on your wall and stuff like that, or was it
yeah.
just?
So I bought this magazine. It was called, I don't know if you ever knew it or not. It's called My Girl.
I remember My Girl vaguely.
Used to come out weekly. And
Yeah.
usually in the centre, there'd be like a poster. So you get your blue tack, take the
Yeah.
poster out, get the blue tack, and then put it on your wallpaper so that your mum and dad would love you forever because you leave the grease marks from the blue tack all over the wallpaper as you change the posters.
Yep.
Yeah. But
Wow.
I have to say, I moved from Alvin Stardust straight into John Taylor from Duran Duran. And then I had John Taylor, my favourite out of the group,
Okay.
Paul Young, Howard
Hi.
Jones. Okay.
Wow.
Little bit off the wall with Howard Jones because he had bleached
Yeah.
hair, a little bit
You did,
spiky.
yeah.
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 What about
Well, I
yourself?
could see that. Well, now you see. The first person when I was that I did all the whole poster thing was late 80s, Jason Donovan. I even had, get this, some little earrings with Jason Donovan's face on them.
Oh my goodness.
I know. If it's anything, you'd cut it out of a magazine. If it was big, it'd get stuck to the wall. Literally, like almost a stalker obsessive mural on my wall of anything I could find of Jason Donovan.
He
Yeah.
was in Neighbours before he came out in the pop world.
Yes.
No.
Yeah. I
So
used to
he
watch
was an
Neighbours.
avid fan.
Mm.
Yeah. Him. How did you feel when he married Kylie?
Well, I was okay.
Charlene, wasn't it? In Neighbours,
Charlene, yeah,
Charlene.
mechanic Charlene. I was okay until I found out that actually they weren't together in real life. Then I was heartbroken
Oh,
because Callie and Jason, Scott and Charlene, they were just made for each other,
they were.
and it's
They
just
should have
like
stayed
a bit of Angry Anderson in the church. Suddenly you're leaving me.
delightful.
I know.
Oh,
Felt
wait.
like he
So
was there,
Jason
wasn't it?
Donovan, was he the prominent one over your
He
bedroom
was.
wall?
He was. Yeah. Yeah. However, this is I don't know if this says about my character, but it's a little bit sick and twisted. So when I was a bit younger, bearing in mind I was born in 77.
Yeah.
So when Jason Donovan was about a 10-year-old, like 8, 9, 10-year-old in Neighbours and then the pop world. So when I was a bit younger, probably about 4 or 5, 5, 6, something like that, I do have a vivid memory of really liking William Shatner.
was it you liked about him?
I don't know, but I used to love watching TJ Hooker. I used to sit down every week and watch it, and I used to be glued to the TV watching William Shatner.
That's it. So nobody could interrupt you. You'd literally be in your own little world,
Yep, yep,
marrying him, having his
yep,
children, and all
yep.
that jazz.
Yep.
Okay.
At that age is a bit weird.
And if you look at him now, and if you had married him, would you be happy?
I mean, let's have go a little bit, but he's not a bad looking bloke. There's worse ones out there. And the other one is, do you remember a TV show called Chips?
Yeah, I do remember Chips.
Yeah. There's Eric Estrada, the Latino looking one. Oof.
Oh,
Yeah.
my goodness.
I know. I mean, but I didn't have posters of them. I didn't pin them up. They were just my very young 5, 6-year-old
TV.
self. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Weird.
Fantasy. TV fantasy. So you look
Yeah.
forward to them coming on, the series coming on, sit
Yeah.
there, nobody better disturb you, and you're
Yeah.
a happy girl.
I was very happy.
Oh my goodness.
And then my brother would come along and put wrestling on and watch Big Daddy.
Oh.
Ruined it all for me. The Giant Haystacks. Wow.
You are mentioning some names. That's blast from the past. Good memory, though.
I'm like an elephant, don't forget.
You must have been traumatized by them, since your brother made you watch them.
Very. I've got some. Mind you, he probably did it because I was horrible to him. But that's a whole different conversation.
Yeah. Again, save that one.
Yeah.
In the back.
We'll bank that one. Let's just say it goes back to the fact of the first conversation of if I was a firstborn, I would be an only child. I've had to realise my mother should never come on this podcast.
No, I think that she should.
Could you imagine? That'd be a Mother's Day special.
But it's just a different perspective, isn't it?
Mm.
Like, I wasn't that bad. And then she'd be like, you don't understand what you put me through. This is how I felt.
We'll do that. Close to Mother's Day, we'll have a couple of specials. I'll get your mum on one week and then my mum on 1 week.
Okay.
And
we'll do that.
Sorry, world. I'll apologise now. So was there anyone else in your childhood, any TV stars that not necessarily were pin-ups, but you thought were quite...
TV stars, I used to watch The Professionals.
Okay.
The one with the short, straight hair. I think he was called Lewis in real life. I can't remember what his name was in the series now.
Okay.
Oh, but anyway, I had well, no, I tell a lie. My parents took me to the Panto, and we went to see him in real life. So I was literally like,
jealous.
And you were able to buy photographs of him, and he signed it. So that went in my photo album, pride of place. I still have it now. Yeah.
Wow.
Great. Love it. Yeah, no, he was a dish. It was a dish. I didn't really.
Oh, we've lost Leanne. Leanne, come back. Excuse me, viewers or listeners. We're back in a minute because I think Leanne may have got a call on her computer. Her video has gone off. So while waiting for her to return, I just want to say a quick thank you to everyone that's been watching the podcast so far. And please do let us know what you think of it. Is it something that you think you'd like to listen to more of? Other sort of bits of feedback would be quite useful is things like length of time of the podcast. What sort of length is good for you? We're sort of trying to aim for around about the 20-minute mark, 25 minutes, something like that. I know last week's was quite long. We didn't quite get as many listeners on last week. Obviously, it's time of year as well. It's quite busy. People people are out Christmas shopping and really busy at work because it's coming towards the end of the year. So we appreciate there's a lot of things kind of going on in the background. But if there's any sort of feedback, because we are sort of just starting out, it'd be great to hear some feedback from you guys and what sort of things you're enjoying, what you think is a non-starter, and we can kind of drop. And also, do you actually physically watch us on YouTube, or is it literally just a listening thing for you? Is it just a podcast aspect? So all these things would be really good for sort of shaping the channel going forward, shall we say? So I don't quite know where Leanne's gone. She disappeared. Not even. Oh, she proper disappeared. So I'm going to pause the recording there and try and come back on in 1 minute. So stay there. Next thing you should see, hopefully, we'll be both of us back on. She's back. Just like magic.
I just needed a bit of juice. That's all. So yeah,
juice.
sorry about that. It's great to be back though, and in one piece.
You just wanted to make a grand entrance again.
Yeah, I do. Right. I do like a little bit of being extrovert.
A little bit, or a little bit lot.
A little bit of a lot.
Little bit of a lot. We like that, babe. We like a bit of a lot.
We do.
Where were we?
So I'd said that I'd got the TV crush.
Yes, and you got it signed. Thingy, yeah.
Photograph signed in my photo album, but I also have the gorgeous in my photograph album, George Michael.
No.
Oh yeah, he was on the Radio 1 roadshow in Plymouth. That was back in crikey. Was it early 1980s? I think it was.
Might have been.
Yeah, amazing.
A real life photo of him. Wow.
Yeah, and Howard Jones. Bless him.
I mean, I'm sorry, but George Michael trumps him. Way trumps him.
Oh God, yeah. In talent, in looks, and everything. So yeah.
So when he came out, then was it a surprise to you?
Yes.
Were you heartbroken?
No, I wasn't heartbroken because I'm like, well, I can't have him, ladies, and the rest of you ladies can't have him either. So not so heartbroken.
Screw you all.
Just not his type. So yeah, I was surprised only because the way that Andrew and George sold themselves and with pretense. Was it Shirley?
Pepsi and Shirley, weren't it? They were the backing singers, were they?
Yeah.
Because then Shirley went on to marry Martin Kemp, didn't she?
Yes, she did. Yeah.
Bless her.
Got little Ronan.
I know. Our Roman Kemp, bless him. He's doing well for himself.
Yeah. But I have to say, I've never really had like a massive crush on someone that I'm like, oh my God, I've got to go and follow them. Oh, I've got to go and see them. Nothing like that. I'm like, oh, do you know what? They're really nice. A lovely cup of tea.
Yeah, cup of tea.
But other than that, I'm happy for them to just, go on and live their life. And I'll
entertain us for a while.
Reality.
Yeah, yes. Yeah, exactly. In the real world.
Some of my school friends used to go to the concerts. Like I remember a Duran Duran one. Might have been on a Sunday. Monday morning in school, 2 of them were just in tears all the time. Oh my God, absolutely besotted. And I'm like,
I never got that.
No, I'd never get like that.
Yeah, I never understood the whole tears thing. And I mean, see girls that are screaming and crying because they've seen something. I never got why.
Exactly.
Because I've met quite a few celebs over the years, and I've never been kind of like, oh my God. You know what I mean? It's just like, well, you're just a human being like the rest of us. You just got slightly more public exposure and a lot more money than us.
Yeah.
So first round on you then.
I guess you could say we're more realists.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. More grounded, down to earth, innit?
That's it. I appreciate from afar.
Yes. Would you want a lifestyle that's in the public limelight, in the public domain, like they have?
I think I could deal with it.
Mm.
I think mentally I'd be strong enough to deal with it.
Yeah.
Do I think it would probably get frustrating because you wouldn't have much peace, would you? I mean, that's what I loved about COVID when Gary Barlow was filming himself being in a supermarket, and he like had his face mask on and he had a cap on, and he was FaceTiming his wife going, "You're not going to believe this. I'm in Sainsbury's just wandering around by myself and nobody recognizes me. I love it." So yeah, so they miss the normality of some aspects of life, but then some aspects of their life that they've created because of their success,
Yeah.
you know, that's out of our world.
Yeah.
And that's something that they're just used to. So
Yeah, definitely.
yeah.
Well, we had a bit of a funny funny incidents during COVID. You know, I've got the golf YouTube channel.
Yes.
So we'd been sort of doing the golfing stuff for a while, and during lockdown, obviously we couldn't go shopping, and because of all the health issues with the cancer at the time, I couldn't go shopping. Had to get home deliveries, which I hate doing home deliveries because I like to go and feel my fruit, and I like to go and pick the meat that hasn't got as much fat on. So having home deliveries was a real big game changer for me. I don't like it. So, but anyway, we had these home deliveries. Anyway, we got this Tesco delivery once, and the guy came up and he's bringing the thing, and he went, "All right." So I was like, "Right, thanks for that." Yeah. And he said something like, "How's your golf going?" I was like, "Oh, hello." I was like, "Yeah, it's all right. Yeah, it's going. It's not going too bad. Yeah, yeah." Thinking, do I know you from somewhere?
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, I don't recognise your face, mate. And he said, "Oh yeah, yeah, I follow your channel. That's him in there, isn't it?" I was like, "Yeah, it is." I'm like, "Neil, come here." He went,
How did you feel that he knew and he was right? He knows where you live and
I
everything.
thought it was hilarious, but it was quite funny. But I thought, oh my god, someone knows where I live. But it was so funny. I was like, "Neil, this guy's follows the channel." He's like,
brush with stardom.
and Neil's very aloof with it. He was just like, right. I walks off. I'm like, okay.
Did you sign
Yes.
anything for him?
I didn't know.
No.
No. I think I've done one autograph. I've done a few selfies, which is quite funny in itself. But it's lovely when it happens, but it's quite funny. And Neil shakes his like, "Oh, for fuck's sake!" And I'm like, "Yes." So yeah, I could cope with the fame life 100%.
Yeah,
Neil,
love it.
no.
Love it.
You never know. On the back of this, it could be our gateway to stardom.
Maybe.
You'll never know.
We're just happy with people listening to us and having a bit of a laugh. And talking of that, what I'd like is for anybody that's listening, I want you to join in with the jam versus cream debate.
Oh,
which
yes.
is, do you do the Devon way or do you do the Cornish way? Let's see what we can get from the comments. That'll be great. Join in.
Exactly.
Let us know that you're out there.
Exactly. And given that we're a north-south divide, we've also got a difference of opinion on the whole cream thing, scone thing.
Yes. Yeah.
So there you go, you see.
And we'll have a look at that next week when we come back for
We will.
North versus South.
North versus South. So yeah, so thanks so much for listening, guys and girls. And don't forget to hit the like and subscribe, and don't forget to drop us some comments with your where you sit on the fence. And we will evaluate. And been great again. And I'll catch you, Mrs. Lupilia, not in the office, but on Teams in the office.
Teams in the office. See you then.
Catch you later.
Bye.